Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Wan Nukman Faik bin Wan Muhammad Nazri, and today I would like to present my plant propagation journal for the subject PRM 415 Dendrology. For this project, I selected Punica granatum, also known as pomegranate or pokok delima. The propagation method that I use is seed propagation. I observed the growth of the seeds for 4 weeks and recorded the change every week. Through this project, I learned how to prepare the planting materials, plant the seeds, observe their growth, and identify the factors that affect the final result. Now, let me begin with the plant information. This slide shows the basic information about the plant that I selected. The scientific name of this plant is Punica granatum and its common name is pomegranate, or in Malay, pokok delima. This plant belongs to the Lythraceae family. Pomegranate originally comes from Iran and northern India, but today it is widely grown in many countries, including Malaysia. It is a small tree or a large shrub that can grow up to several meters tall. The plant produces attractive red flowers followed by round fruits. Inside the fruit, there are many edible seeds covered by juicy red flesh. Pomegranate is rich in vitamins and antioxidants, which makes it a healthy fruit for people. Besides producing fruits, it is also planted as an ornamental plant because of its beautiful flowers. For this project, I used the seed propagation method. I selected this method because it is simple, low cost, and suitable for beginners. The first step was selecting a healthy and ripe pomegranate fruit. Then, I removed the seeds carefully and washed them with clean water to remove the remaining fruit flesh. Next, I prepared a pot filled with organic black soil. After that, I planted 4 seeds into the soil and covered them with a thin layer of soil. Finally, I watered the soil lightly and placed the pot in a shaded area. This method does not require special equipment, but it needs patience because it usually take time before they start to grow. The materials and tools used in this project are very simple. The first material is pomegranate seeds, which I use for propagation. The second item is a plastic pot with drainage holes to allow excess water to flow out. The third material is organic black soil, which acts as the growing medium for the seeds. Lastly, I use clean water to keep the soil moist throughout the observation period. All of these materials are easier to obtain, affordable, and suitable for home gardening. On the first day, I prepared the pot and filled it with organic black soil. Then, I planted 4 pomegranate seeds with suitable spacing. The seeds were covered with a thin layer of soil to protect them during the early stage. After planting, I watered the soil carefully to keep it moist. Finally, I placed the pot in a shaded area where it could receive enough air circulation without direct sunlight. At this stage, there were no visible changes because the seed had just been planted. After 1 week, I observed the pot again. The soil was still moist and remained in good condition. However, there were still no seedlings growing from the soil. Even though no change could be seen, this is normal because some seeds need more time before they start to grow. I continued watering the soil regularly and kept the pot in the same shaded area. During the second week, I checked the pot again. The soil condition was still suitable for seed growth. However, there were still no visible seedlings. At this stage, I continued watering the soil carefully and monitored the pot every day. I understood that different seeds may take different amounts of time before they begin to grow. Therefore, I continued the observation patiently. In week 3, I finally noticed some positive changes. 3 to 4 seedlings appeared above the soil surface. The seedlings were still very small, and only the first leaf could be seen. This showed that some of the seeds had successfully started to grow. I continued watering the soil carefully to keep it moist. I also kept the pot in a shaded area to reduce stress on the young seedlings. This was the most exciting part of the project because I finally saw the results after waiting for almost 3 weeks. Unfortunately, during week 4, the seedlings started to wilt. The leaves turned brown and the seedlings gradually dried out. After a few days, all the seedlings died. This means that the propagation attempt was not successful. Although the seeds were able to grow, the young seedlings could not survive until the end of the observation period. This showed the young plant needs proper care even after they begin to grow. Based on my observations, there was no visible growth during week 1 and week 2. The first seedlings only appeared in week 3. However, all the seedlings died during week 4. The possible reasons include insufficient watering, hot weather, and unsuitable environmental conditions. Young seedlings are very sensitive during the early stage of growth. They need enough water, suitable temperature, and proper care every day. From this project, I learned that successful plant propagation does not depend only on the seeds. Good maintenance after planting is also very important for healthy plant growth. Seed propagation has many practical applications. It can be used in home gardening, plant nurseries, fruit production, and landscaping. One of the main advantages of this method is that it's simple and inexpensive. It is also suitable for beginners because it does not require special skills. In addition, one fruit can produce many seeds for planting. However, there are also some limitations. Not all seeds will grow successfully. Plants grown from seeds usually take a longer time to produce fruits. Sometimes the new plants may also have different characteristics from the parent plant. In conclusion, I completed this plant propagation journal over a period of 4 weeks using the seed propagation method. The seeds started to grow in week 3, but unfortunately all the seedlings died in week 4. Although the propagation attempt was not successful, I gained valuable experience from this project. I learned how to prepare the planting materials, monitor plant growth, and record weekly observations. This project also helped me understand the importance of proper watering, suitable environmental conditions, and continuous care during the early stage of plant growth. Overall, this activity really improved my knowledge and practical skills in plant propagation. That is all for my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoy my presentation and learn something from my project. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye.